Production support for the weekly special is provided by IU School of Public Health Bloomington, addressing public health needs by preventing disease, promoting health, and improving quality of life across the state and around the world through research, teaching, and community engagement. The Al Cobain Recognition Endowment Fund, established by friends and family of Al Cobain to support jazz initiatives on WTIU and WFIU. And WTIU members, thank you. Across the country, communities are honoring Black History Month.
Celebrate African American heritage in our own state. Discover Indiana's first and longest standing African American school. Buzz to the rhythms of Indiana Avenue in a new Jazz Crossroads segment. Meet an Indianapolis family honoring heritage through food. And welcome the soulful sounds of Julia Kahn. African American culture has shaped our communities.
Explore its history and impact right here on the weekly special.
Welcome to the weekly special. I'm Daryl Neer.
And I'm Erica Sagone. Every year we celebrate Black History Month, a time to honor the cultural legacies that emerged out of adversity. We're beginning in Corydon, where African American communities were able to thrive in the 1800s. When segregation became the law of the land, the community responded by building the first school for African American children in Indiana.
I was born here in Corydon, and my ancestors on my father's side go back to about 1815 that I can document. An elderly couple they were born in Virginia, but they relocated to North Carolina, apparently devoted their entire lives to helping enslaved people get out of slavery into free territory, so that by the time they reached Indiana Territory and Harrison County in particular, they had 100 people, slaves with them. These were slaves who were freed right here in Corydon. And my great-great-great-grandmother, whose name was Millie, was in that enclave. The fact that many people would come into a small community like this is just unbelievable, because typically when people who were enslaved were getting out of slavery, escaping, fleeing as it were, it was one person, maybe two at most, maybe three, but not 100 people. Can you imagine that? It's just hard for me to envision it. But to make that long, long journey because of their commitment to freedom is something very special. I had hoped that the welcome into this territory would have been warm, but I've learned since then that it wasn't so warm. And I have 2 letters that were written by townspeople, prominent townspeople. They sent them to the territorial governor complaining and saying, we've heard that these people are coming into our community, and what are we going to do about our daughters and our wives and our corn and our storehouses and such. So it indicated that they were not welcoming to them, but what could they do about it? This was free territory. The Mitchums followed through and gave them all their freedom. So they stayed here, and the majority died here, which says something as well. They must have been left alone to some degree, or they would not have stayed. They probably would have traveled even farther north. People of color have been in this community since about 1800, and yet it took almost 100 years to get a public school built to accommodate the needs of those families and those children. So in 1891, the school district let bids. This building was built for about $1,100, and it was an elementary and a secondary school. And the high school was discontinued in 1925 because there weren't enough students to keep it going. By 1950, they informed the school district here that the whole school had to be closed because there weren't enough students. My own sister was one of the last students to attend this school. So I had the privilege of purchasing the school, and I renamed it for my Aunt Leora because she had graduated from high school here. And then she taught here longer than any other teacher. And she loved this school. She told me that she spent most of her life here and that she just loved it. She loved her profession. And the sad thing is, when it was closed, even though she had tenure, she was not retained by the school district, and yet she should have been having tenure. So when I purchased the building, I renamed it for her to give her that honor. In doing research on the school and all that surrounded that, that sort of piqued my interest in African American history, and I still have so much to learn. It's just amazing how much there is.
There are many historic African American landmarks around the state. Visit indianalandmarks.org to find more in your area. Well, Daryl, even though the school wasn't named after Leora until 1987, she just had a huge impact on that school. She was a student there and a teacher there for 26 years.
You know, what a way to honor such an educational pioneer and innovator.
Yeah.
When the Leora Brown School closed in 1950, segregation was still widespread throughout Indiana. But despite segregation, one Indianapolis African-American neighborhood created a vibrant, self-sustaining community, culture, and a musical legacy.
In 20th century segregated America, big cities often had a main stem where black businesses and entertainment venues clustered along a street that ran through the heart of the African American community. In Indianapolis, the crossroads capital of the heartland, that street was Indiana Avenue, a town unto itself, a place that became a destination in the early 1900s for blacks during the Great Migration from the South. During the 1930s and 40s, over a dozen jazz clubs stretched from one end of Indiana Avenue to the other. Its soundtrack would be the music that spilled out into the streets on summer nights in the days before air conditioning, the doors propped open, the avenue alive with musical moments that would echo throughout the jazz scene. Freddie Hubbard and Wes Montgomery sitting in with Sun Ra at the Senate Avenue YMCA. Cannonball Adderley stretched out ecstatically in his chair at the smoky after-hours missile room. Eyes closed while he listened to Montgomery's blues-buttered octaves for the first time. Pookie Johnson and Buddy Parker throwing down on saxophone with bebop legends Dexter Gordon and Wardell Gray at a post-gig jam session. David Baker's progressive bop band holding court at the Topper on 34th Street before going on to form the nucleus of the revolutionary George Russell Sextet. These were the places where Indianapolis musicians learned to survive and thrive, when jazz education took place in the clubs and an all-night musical joust known as Cutting Contest, in which players tried endlessly to top each other's riffs and licks. They jammed freely with the big names that came through town, the likes of Count Basie, Duke Ellington, Charlie Parker, and often bested them. As David Baker recalls, any out-of-town musician that walked into those after-hours sessions did so with trepidation. There were no secrets in the jazz world. Everybody knew who these cats were. One of the most prominent jazz musicians to emerge from the Indiana Avenue scene was trombonist J.J. Johnson. Johnson left Indianapolis at an early age, becoming a fixture on New York City's revolutionary 1940s bebop scene, playing with such greats as Dizzy Gillespie and Miles Davis. To many, J.J. Johnson practically reinvented the trombone as a jazz instrument, introducing what historian Ira Gittler calls a swift, extremely legato eighth note style. If there was a ground zero for this explosion of Indianapolis jazz that reached across 3 decades, it was Crispus Attucks High School, founded in 1927 as a means of diverting black students from other Indianapolis schools. Attucks became a haven of African American scholarship and achievement, with legendary music teachers such as Russell W. Brown, Norman Merrifield, and Laverne Newsom tutoring students like Baker, J.J. Johnson, Montgomery, the Hampton family, and countless others. Outside the nurturing confines of Attucks, the students went where there was opportunity, and the opportunity was jazz. For some, it was formal instruction at Ruth MacArthur's Conservatory down on the Avenue. For others, like the Montgomery brothers, it was the self-taught classrooms of the 1950s club scene. Most nights, Wes Montgomery could be found at the Missile Room across the street from the Madam Walker Theater. It was on one such evening in 1959 when saxophonist Cannonball Adderley dropped by after a gig at the Indiana Theater. Adderley was so excited by Montgomery's performance that he tried to call Riverside Records producer Orrin Keepnews at 3 a.m. On his next trip to New York City, Adderley persuaded Keepnews to come out to Indianapolis and hear Montgomery. Keepnews did so and offered Montgomery a contract on the spot and produced more than a dozen of his albums over the next 4 years. The recordings showcased Montgomery's revolutionary notes to octaves way of constructing a solo. Though Montgomery's family stayed in Indianapolis, he spent much of the 1960s on the road. Other prominent musicians, such as Freddie Hubbard and Larry Ridley, went to New York. Indianapolis lacked two key elements for a regional scene to hold on to its players: record companies and concert promoters. Socioeconomic and political changes were at work as well. Integration was taking hold. Indiana Avenue was no longer the enforced town within a town. And then there was the specter of urban renewal and Interstate 65. The highway and the expansion of IUPUI cut away and destroyed significant African American neighborhoods. Homes, schools, businesses, and churches crumbled under bulldozers. A community and a way of life that nurtured the development of so many gifted artists disappeared in a matter of years. The Madam Walker Theater alone still stands today. As Indianapolis poet and educator Mary Evans wrote in her essay, Ethos and Creativity, to understand the enormity of what transpired, one would have to have been there, somewhere in the beginning, during that time when hope boogalooed, time stepped, and literally ran wild down the avenue, and throughout the flurry of neighborhoods that comprised the city's black community. What I remember about the avenue was a sense of possibility, and then I remember wrecking balls wiping out houses. But the Avenue's musical heritage has been increasingly acknowledged, celebrated, and remembered in recent times. We still have their words, as well as their music, to bring to life the lost world of another time, when a community brought together by racial oppression found a way to persevere, overcome, and work to build a prosperity of the heart.
To learn more about the incredible Indiana Avenue legacy, visit the Nightlights program page at indianapublicmedia.org. Eric, I appreciate these important reminders of Indiana's deep history to jazz. A really incredible piece.
Yeah, especially important to revisit the history since a lot of the physical structures are gone. Well, though some African American heritage has been lost through the decades, one Indianapolis family is using their tradition of love and food to honor their history. At Maxine's Chicken and Waffles in downtown Indianapolis, the pan-fried chicken is the epitome of home cooking, which makes sense. Before it hit the menu, this dish was made for decades at a home on the south side of Indianapolis, where a woman named Maxine Bunnell raised her 10 children and fed them well.
My mom cooked various dishes that were favorite. Now, her fried chicken, love it. You know, so she did teach us that. That was one of her pretty much her signature dish, her fried chicken. And I would watch her fry that, and that's why I picked up my way of cooking the chicken is from her. The pan-fried chicken, I'm frying it just like my mom would fry that.
4 of Maxine's children own the restaurant in downtown Indianapolis. It's a tribute to their late mother, featuring her recipes and other Southern comfort food. At Maxine's house, pan-fried chicken, cooked low and slow in a skillet, was a staple.
Sunday mornings, my mom would get up. When we sleep, she would start cooking. She would fix her biscuits. Back then, they would fry chicken for breakfast. It just wasn't a dinner meal or a supper meal. It was breakfast.
Donice remembers that when she was little, her mom and dad kept chickens in the backyard. Her dad would butcher the chicken, then turn it over to her mom to work her magic.
And she would wash it. She would season it real well. And then she'd put her grease on, let the grease get hot. And she would flour the chicken and she would fry it, you know, cook it done. And it would take about 35, 45 minutes to cook it.
At the restaurant, the pan-fried chicken is served perfectly crispy and lightly seasoned on the outside, juicy inside, with traditional sides that you would have found at Maxine's house.
For breakfast, when we would eat fried chicken, she would have biscuits and fried apples. At dinner, I mean, it would be fried chicken, and she would slice up tomatoes, and she would do her fried corn, and she would do her green beans, and she would do macaroni and cheese, she would do potato salad. So it was always an array of side items that she would do with her fried chicken.
It was 9 of us, so you know, it's like we would sometimes kind of take turns eating, you know, because it just wasn't, the table wasn't big enough for all 9 of us to sit. But like I said, she would have plenty of food fixed on the stove, you know, She'd have it on the cabinets. We would go fix our plates.
Maxine never actually owned a restaurant herself, but she still made a career out of cooking.
She had various jobs that I couldn't remember, but you know, her main job that allowed her to, I guess, continue her craft was she was a cook at St. Francis Hospital for over 30-some years until she retired. She was a working lady during that time when a lot of women may not have worked.
All right, guys, we got a Randy's Pan.
Flash forward 2 generations to 2007. It was Maxine's grandson who had the idea to open a restaurant in her honor and add a contemporary twist by serving chicken and waffles. The family talked it over at a Thanksgiving dinner. That was the one holiday every year where Maxine requested full family attendance. In 2008, Maxine's Chicken and Waffles opened. And although dementia kept Maxine from having a hand in the business, she's been there in spirit from the start.
She taught me the fundamentals of cooking. She really did. Whatever she cooked it with a lot of pride, and she cooked it with a lot of love. And that's what stands out to me, is that pride and that love that's in that dish.
Maxine passed away in 2012 at 88 years old. For her family, one of the joys of the restaurant is seeing families sit down to a meal together, a ritual that Maxine cherished so much.
This restaurant was born out of love. We want to pass that love to generation to generation to generation.
Want to try Maxine's celebrated dishes? Visit maxineschicken.com for hours and directions. Well, Daryl, I've been to Maxine's, I've had the pan-fried chicken, and it is something special. It's so good.
Well, I want to know about the waffles, peach jam, and syrup.
Oh, with the chicken. It is a combination that you didn't know you loved until you have it. It's pretty outstanding.
Well, from soul food to soulful singing, our latest musical guest has been making waves on the Indianapolis scene.
I first started singing when I was real little, like in the back of my dad's car, just like singing old Motown songs is kind of when I first realized I could sing. So in high school, I first got together with the guys in my band. We had this independent study class. We didn't really have a classroom to go in, so they just had us go in the band's instrument closet. We just started playing music in this little closet. We started realizing we had a definite chemistry and vibe with each other. And then from there, we just decided to officially make it a band and start playing together. My relationship with the guys in the band is just awesome. I couldn't ask to have better people in my band. We really are a little family. We all just goof around so much, but we were able to still get things done when we need to. It makes it so fun to play with people that you're so close with and get along with. There's never any issues between us. It's kind of hard to classify our style. I'd say we're kind of bluesy, soulful pop rock. I bring that bluesy soulfulness with my voice to that sound of our band. The guys bring a rock edge to it. We all brought our different influences together to create that blended sound that we have. It resonates well with the audience. It's kind of a new sound people haven't heard before. Being in a band and playing music, you do have to sacrifice a lot of things. Being a full-time college student and trying to juggle music and schoolwork and social life, it gets pretty crazy sometimes. Me and the guys, we all just kind of figure out practice schedules based on our school schedules, and like whenever we have a break, we'll go and practice at one of their houses. It's stressful at times, but I do think we all help each other out a lot. If one of us gets too stressed or one of us starts to worry, we always pick each other up and help each other through it. I wouldn't change it for anything. Pursuing my music at a pretty young age, I think, has definitely made me grow up in a lot of ways. It's helped me with my confidence and helped me with presenting myself for the people. It's helped my creativity to really follow my passions and not let anyone else get to me. The important things that I've learned through the music industry so far is just to believe in yourself and to believe in what you're putting out there, regardless of what happens, just to stay true to your sound and stay true to what you feel you love about your music, to just be true to it and have fun in the process, just kind of enjoy the journey. My drive comes from loving music so much and knowing that I could potentially change people's lives through my music. It's what I love doing, and I think life's too short to not at least try to do what you love to do. For me, that keeps me going and keeps me trying and putting myself out there. there is just to try to make something of my passion and see where it goes. As a musician, I think you're successful when you put your stuff out there and you're helping people through things with your music. My whole goal with music is just to really impact people's lives with it, because I think music is such a crucial thing. Like, I think music helps people through so many different things in their lives. If you believe in what you're singing, then other people will too. To me, I think that's successful, is just reaching people in that way.
As Alice choose.
And now, Julia Kahn.
Black and white, but lately I've been seeing hues of more than wrong and right. And as the days grow to months, and as the months grow to years, I see there's more to life than running from your fears. And as the sun goes down, it all looks the same. Ooh, people cut you down, and you never know their name. But light can help you see more than red and green. And the knives in your bag reveal far more than that. Oh. Ooh, let it fade, every shade, different ways I finally see. Let it fade, let it sway, let it move for all, let it be. Let it fade, every shade, different ways I finally see. Let it fade, let it sway, let it move on, let it be. Let it fade, every shade, different ways I finally see. Let it fade, let it sway, let it move on, let it be. Heartbreak helps you see past the melody and see what lies beneath the lines and finally sets you free. You watch your world slip away, everything you earned. You're growing up and showing up the things that you can learn. Oh, oh. Ooh, let it fade, every shade, different ways I finally see. Let it fade, let it sway, let it move for all, let it be. Let it fade, every shade, different ways I finally see. Let it fade, let it sway, let it move on, let it be. Let it fade, every shade, different ways I finally see. Let it fade, let it sway, let it move on, let it be. Ooh, let it fade, every shade, different ways I finally see. Oh, let it fade, every shade. Ooh, let it fade, every shade, different ways I finally see. Ooh, let it fade, every shade, different ways I finally see. Oh, ooh, let it fade.
To get the latest information about Julia's upcoming debut album, visit her website, juliacahnmusic.com. Erica, it's great to be able to reflect about the histories and celebrate those histories, considering education and music, specifically jazz.
And food. And it'll be interesting to see, what sort of history we're celebrating, 50 and 100 years from now. It's exciting to think about. Well, that's all the time that we've got for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. And one more time before we go, Julia Kahn.
rest now, my dear. Oh, and slip into the vast unknown. Let loose your mind and soul into the rabbit's hole. Come close your eyes. Let your thoughts come pouring in. See the world crumble down and learn from other sins. But quickly you'll fall from that bright sunny day. But that doesn't mean you must be so afraid. Madness inside of who you truly are inside. The world will go on with or without your mind. Oh, let me believe.
Production support for the weekly special is provided by IU School of Public Health Bloomington, addressing public health needs by preventing disease, promoting health, and improving quality of life across the state and around the world through research, teaching, and community engagement. The Al Cobain Recognition Endowment Fund, established by friends and family of Al Cobain to support jazz initiatives on WTIU and WFIU. And WTIU members, thank you.